We are live. No.
Baby.
There it is. When the smoke clears. Another episode of When the Smoke Clears podcast. My sister channel or cousin channel.
Baby brother channel.
Baby brother to Schizo Radio. But here with Choker Tap, Nick, Big Nick Dog,
We're up
Resendez, CEO, Choker Tap, Silk Screen.
There we go.
Anyone needs shirts?
Hit me up. Dropping ink on everything.
Yep.
This is literally going to be when the smoke clears. What'd you say? California's on, or the U.S. is on fire?
Yeah, the U.S. is like literally on fire right now. And it's like, not even that. I've also seen it worldwide, like other places, you know, it's starting to happen. But the U.S., in the last week alone, there's been like 10, 15 different factories on fire, train derailments.
Said there's been 12 train derailments since this year started, eh?
Now more, just this past, since it started, okay,
Yeah.
train derailments. But I'm talking about just explosions,
explosions.
like factories. There was another one in Ohio, another like metal. And it's always like some type of toxic chemicals that are in there, you know. The thing that always what trips me out about this whole Ohio situation, though, is that the media was silenced. You know, they were literally getting arrested and just taken out of there off the streets.
I think because of the lawsuits and everything's going to start coming up on there.
Yeah.
And that was under Trump's administration when he started allowing that to get
He
chemicals.
deregulated a lot of
A lot
shit.
of shit and right there. And then they want to let the guys with the like 7 days off for their paid sick leave days or whatever.
Right.
Type shit. I think just kind of like, and then the people.
You actually could make that closer to you. Like this
I think probably turn me up too a little.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Check. Yeah. A little bit on there.
Steve's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, but I'm saying this back one, you could to move this closer to you if you need to. Like so you could put it on the side of you or something.
This part here?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I just did it like that because it was all hanging last time. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it starts with that, and maybe that's all part of the plan to do this. But this is definitely how could this be accidents? And they actually made the choice. It kind of reminded me of 9/11, like when the towers fell, like when homie was like, Tower 7, it was like, pull it or whatever. You know, so then they pulled it, and it looked like he literally told him to pull it. Yeah. There's a guy who owned the buildings who had insurance taken out a few months before. It kind of reminded me of this with the train derailment thing because you have all these toxic chemicals, and they literally blew it up like a control type explosion supposedly, so it doesn't get worse. But yet there's like a mushroom cloud that's been there for like a week already, or, you know, and a black ass cloud.
So in a leak type shit, so they just self implode. But you're not saying they're. Like, I think the trains are natural. You think they're making them derail, or you think it's just happening? They just try to cover up type thing.
I mean, it could be like because they have shown a lot of the railroads looking like dog shit out there in the middle of the country.
So,
not to cuss now. Yeah. Looking really bad, like just you know, weathered, you know, just destroyed, like just crooked as heck, you know.
Not maintenance.
Not maintenance.
Not maintenance. So I think it's a lot of maintenance, not maintenance. They're trying to make more money because they're even saying now the train that did crash this last one, it was like 9,000 feet, which was like 3 miles. And they said they should have chopped that up and made it like a mile train because when you hit curves, you're able to look back and see if there's any problems visually.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 miles or something, 2 or 3 miles, yeah.
With that, if they were to cut it up into 3 trains, now you need 3 times the workers, 3 times the gas, you know what I mean? So they're trying to cut corners in that. Now they're just covering their ass because the people that are running the train stations are the kind of the same ones that are paying with the media and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they're going to get that coverage and shit.
What I'm looking to, though, is more like the whole, I'm looking at like the bigger picture of just all these different catastrophes and stuff happening at the same time. Like, and, you know, a week before that, these Chinese weather balloons or whatever that are spotted in Montana or going through our country or whatever, supposedly, whatever it is, satellites or whatever bullshit. Or whatever they're saying it is, we don't know exactly. We're just said, they shot another UFO down. Like in my history, I didn't know. First of all, there was no UFOs. All of a sudden,
it's a UFA now. What is that?
Yeah, all of a sudden now it's like they're being able to shoot them down easily. Yeah. Like before, you couldn't locate them and nobody could see them, but all of a sudden they're just being shot down every other day.
Now they're using the word UFO. Now it's not uncommon now.
But I'm saying as a whole of the big picture, if America was under attack, there's a question I have. If America was under attack, say Red Dawn type shit, is the government or the media gonna let us know? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? These could be other attacks from other places. Like if we just got hit with an EMP and just took out all our electronics, like in an area, attack from another country, like a cyber attack type thing, Would they tell us that? Probably not.
I mean,
probably wouldn't even know we're under. We probably wouldn't even know we're at war and being at war if we were under attack in our country. I think.
Look where we get our news from now, though. It's not from the media, the actual.
Yeah,
Fox.
exactly.
It's
Because everybody has a camera, phone.
People on the ground is where we're getting it from. That we kind of trust, so we'd probably hear it from there. And you're like, oh shit, did you hear on Twitter? It's going live now that we're under attack. I wouldn't even think it'd be them because. They're like you said, they're fucking bought out by the higher up type shit.
Yeah,
they're only gonna support what fucking funds them type shit. So we for sure wouldn't hear about it by them, but
and they're getting silenced. The ones that are actually there, like whatever you want to call it, ground zero, they're like actually trying to like get the story out there. Like, no, our animals are dying here, pets, everyone's like in a day, like just dropping dead. And you know it's worse than what that's being let out there. And you know we need help. Like instead of sending another 500 million to Ukraine. In a war that, you know, why are we so involved in? We should be sending money to Ohio.
I know you see the payout for that it was like $25,000 for the firefighters, $1 million for like it goes out to the families, and there's 5,000. It broke down to like
$1,000 a home or something. Or
I was like, that's just crazy.
$1,000 a home. What if you like everyone has cancer now? You know what I mean? Or all your animals and farms and everyone's on because there's only like actually a population of like 5,000 there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Mentone situation. You know, maybe
smaller one.
Smaller though.
But even having that go through your backyard, what if it was on a bigger city though? You know what I mean? That could be more catastrophic type shit. You know what I mean? This is one of the bigger ones. They're like. Putting this to like the fucking what's that, the Exxon oil spill?
Exxon oil, yeah.
This is like one of them. It's not probably as bad. I mean,
it's probably it might be worse because of the way it's affecting.
Long term, it's gonna be the long term of it and shit. I mean, you don't know what you got, cancer or whatnot, or like say the eyes, the fishes, all the fucking the water and whatnot.
I've seen some guys post stuff or videos like this is gonna get worse. Like the whole East Coast needs to kind of get out of there now, and that whole side, you know, like because this could spread, you know, because we don't know what type of chemicals they are. I mean, we do know, but they're definitely
that PVC shit.
Yeah, basically PVC. But I don't understand how it makes sense to explode it, you know, or do that. Who makes that decision? Like,
I think then it just trickling out long term. That it's like a contain, like when they set the fires, so it doesn't. So you know they preset the fires. Let's just burn it all now. So when the fire does hit, it doesn't add to it. Type shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, goddamn fucking 30-foot atom bomb cloud. Yeah. That shit looked nasty.
It was like Hiroshima, but a black cloud. That shit looked literally a black cloud. And then with all these other explosions happening, where there's a lot of smoke in the air, like you said. 2023 has started on fire. You know what I mean? Literally smoke.
Also said like just not even the fires, but the derailments. They said there's already been 12 this year, and we're barely going in. We're barely in February. Like God damn, that many. Like just like you said, the railroad tracks, it's fucking not maintained.
A lot of people think this is a distraction over Nord Stream too, just because the way Nord Stream, you know, like we're definitely like. You know,
Nord Stream was the one with the rail.
That was the pipeline. No, in the middle of the ocean, basically from Russia to let Russia like supply us gas, basically to like certain European countries, and through this pipeline. So it was huge, and basically like we're kind of like suspects to that. You know what I mean? Like no one's fessed up to doing it, but it literally is an act of war because you're like trying to with Russia because that they own that. That's their freaking source to stay relevant economically around the world or in that part of the country or the world. Yeah. So it's like if we do that, it's literally an act of war. That's like them, like doing some shit like what? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? A train derail, a 2-mile train, you know, something or this or that, or you know, I mean, it's almost like a terrorist act. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. We haven't fessed up and said it, but there's a lot of people like pointing towards us. But
we've been pushing a lot of buttons on both sides, on every sides with the Russians, the Ukraine,
NATO's involved.
Saying everyone's trying to like the lines here, and everyone's kind of like see how far they could get like before the crowd and we do anything, especially under this administration. I believe, you know, Trump not so much, but I don't know if that's anything to do with it. But like
it could be a part of the plan as well.
Like we're getting a little bit more bullied.
At least with Trump, we had a break from war. You know,
well, I'm saying I think people were more scared to cross us back then. Now it's kind of like even with the NATO thing and the Ukraine war. The fucking those Chinese balloons, people are crossing us more. Even
that's the thing with NATO, the expansion of NATO, though, that kind of puts Russia on their heels, and they got to fight back, or what are they going to do?
Russian ships were on the sea out there, you know what I mean? With Russia.
Not only that, they intercepted like 8 Russian jets, like by Alaska, like a week ago or something like that, like coming in, like all of a sudden, all this is going on. Like
I say, it just feels like because we're having sleepy Biden in office, that you're more likely to get pushed. You know, what I mean? We're getting tested.
Sleepy Joe, Sleepy Creepy.
Sleepy Joe. Yeah, because even Lala, when she was out there on sea, there people were like, they're right there. Now they're like, oh, what's like, not really scared. Like, man, you got this motherfucker in office. Less hesitant to pull the button. Then as a Trump, then it's gonna fucking blow those motherfuckers.
Nah, but I mean, that's just. I think it's all part of the plan, though, because like I said, Biden, he definitely has business in Ukraine. He had before, even when Trump was in office. Burisma, these energy companies.
Yeah.
It's the biological weapon, the biological weaponry and stuff like that. That people are trying. That's what they're really trying to protect, as well as expand NATO because they wanted Ukraine to be part of that, or all these other countries. Russia is like, right
They had
there.
a chance to let them be part of it though, and they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But and I mean, like I said, if they would have been a part of it and they passed whatever, they wouldn't even.
Why are we funding them, helping them so much? And not only that, like there's a huge
after the fact now.
There's literally a huge. That kind of looks like smoke right there. It's tight. It's because it's so smoky.
Oh shit! Oh damn! Yeah. Yeah.
But also like as far as that whole NATO expansion thing, that's part of it. So it's everyone against Russia type thing. Almost like back in the day with Hitler or some shit. But what I was gonna say is, how can we support have such a huge following and regime of like Nazis? Like I don't know if you've seen Ukrainian Nazis, dude. There's literally like a huge part of it. They're doing the whole fucking
How do we support that?
We are supporting that.
I'm saying is that what you're
Yeah. We can support that, but we're not even like Ohio. Like I said, 1,000 to each home. That who knows what type of
So that's probably
they're dealing with.
Right here in our backyard. They probably feel like it's on a smaller thing than the overall of I don't know whatever Ukraine brings type shit.
No, it's just corrupt. It's just corrupt. It's
That's
corruption.
hard to weed through all that shit too, because then you not only like who's backing who's in whose pockets, who. It's so hard to read through all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, going through all the levels of this. Like I didn't know Biden has business over there.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing with Hunter
now the
Biden's
nukes.
laptop, all this, because he was there doing business with them and China actually, where he got money like I don't know how many billions or some shit or hundreds of millions from China. Like why Hunter Biden? No, he got dropped out of the army. He's fucking doing coke with Lady Gaga. You know what I mean? What makes him important to, do that? You know what I mean? I ain't hating on the guy because I'd probably partner it up too if my dad was like, that high up and you're that type of dude, like
I forgot about the Ukraine over there.
meth head or some shit. But they had business with Burisma over there. Look at that. It was like energy companies and stuff like that, where that's Zelensky is all part of that as well. You know what I mean? So it's all corruption and all these guys are already buddies. Trump kind of put it out there when he was in president, even before he was president, he was talking about it a little bit. So I think that kind of brought it to light especially for Trump supporters. They're going to be like, well, there's that, it's because of corruption.
Especially
like maybe it wasn't supposed to be let out. Maybe it was too, though, just to keep that division,
Because there's always that wobbler, like, oh, maybe it was a conspiracy that got let out, that maybe it wasn't supposed to. It's kind of
Yeah. I mean, I think now we kind of know that
Like,
a lot of conspiracies are proven to be
for
true.
Sure,
so,
for
I
sure
mean,
that. Not even conspiracy, just facts.
not
that
all
it's
of them, but yeah.
like facts. But now Americans are so lazy. Not even I wouldn't say lazy, but so fucking their attention span so short that you could throw anything in front of them. Like, let's throw a Chinese balloon. Let's say it's this. And
Why is
anyway,
TikTok so fucking
that's what
so
I'm saying.
popular?
Yeah, we're more worried about
quick.
rappers getting shot, what's
I don't
happening
have
on
a
the
TikTok.
ground. I never got into that.
Yeah, me either.
I thought it was like the kids and shit, but
It's just one too many social medias, like
that's what I'm saying.
Instagram. You got
it's
that.
so easy to distract us. We don't. Easily,
We distract ourselves. I distract myself. I watch UFC fights. I watch YouTube all day about
one TikTok video, and then everyone's on there like, "What the fuck?" Trying to do their own thing, like while we're at war. No one's even paying to the Ukraine. Attention to the Ukraine war.
That's
no
what I'm
more.
saying. We wouldn't even know if we're at war.
No one even cares about the
That's
oil,
the sad
the oil
thing.
spills. You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You brought it up to me and shit, which let me lead on it. And all right, fine. I kind of did my research on it, but like the average kind of person, I'm like, what? Ohio?
They don't even know because it's not on the news.
I don't get unless you're in that state. Unless you're affected by it, no one gives a fuck no more type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that looks trippy though. The whole.
How's that same cloud right there? It didn't even look that smoky.
Not really, huh?
That's not foggy. The camera.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
That's pointing at the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't even look.
You know what it is? Maybe it's a reflection from the TV to that. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Archive's nothing on it. That's all. Oh, you're probably right because nothing's on it. It's probably
Yeah.
reflecting to the light.
Yeah, that's pretty trippy though. Kind of cool.
Yeah, so now you're not. Like you can. Probably like you said, the reflection.
Oh yeah, the dirty TV maybe.
Especially if you have.
What is that we put on?
Where were you at? Where you had the
YouTube right there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of questions right now about what's going on in the world, and to me, I'm scared shitless of it. Thinking of just like fuck, I'm not scared shitless, but thinking, damn, is this really the end times, or is this really it? Like World War III?
But I feel like we're in the end times because it hasn't been this bad overall. Government, fucking chemically fucking just how people are, the
Just
whole aura,
everything,
the
yeah.
black matter, like the whole, I mean, robberies, the killings, the whole human trafficking, all that.
Like
I mean,
people beating up old ladies and
up-
old men. That's always been there. There's been that one
it's
guy,
up,
but
it's up at the highest. The fentanyl, the deaths, and then
I seen some dude, some black or some guy just hit he had a skateboard, like a longboard. Just some girl was trying to like get his attention, whatever. And he was like, whatever. Or no, he was trying to get her attention. She just kind of blew him off. Fool just comes in and hits her in the face with a skateboard, knocks her out.
I've been open about that with you guys.
It's like crazy, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of world we live in right now, where that's just always on. Like if I go on my Twitter feed, I follow this one Fight Haven.
Yeah.
It's like literally that's all it is. Is
all
just
that's
crazy
it.
fights.
That the robins, you're like I said, you're able to get jacked quicker. Everything now. Like I said,